Welcome back to week 4 of Forsaken, guys. The curse in the Dreaming City is growing stronger every day, and Bungie has done an out-freaking standing job in keeping things fresh on a weekly basis. There is so much to do, so many triumphs, so many things to track, weekly secrets to discover, ascendant chests, and more simply pop up every day. So let's dive into this week's reset guide and check out everything that's changed over for this week. Guardians, what is going on, guys? Sly here, back at it with another weekly tradition that is the weekly reset guide. There is a lot of things going on, so let's just get right into it. First and foremost, it looks like something awesome is going on in Gambit. I've heard from other YouTuber friends that a new exotic questline is dropping in Gambit as we speak. After you defeat a special kind of servitor, it drops an exotic questline called Seething Heart, which everyone thinks is going to lead to malfeasance. It's only been discovered like within the past 45 minutes or so. It could be something else. We're not really sure yet, but I'll have a video up and keep you guys posted about that as soon as I get done with this one. First though, let's head up into orbit and check out all of the weekly reset activities, the Flashpoint, Nightfall, Crucible, then we'll head to the Tangled Shore, Dreaming City, and finally end it at the Tower, where we can check out what Ellen DeGeneres is selling at Eververse. Alright, so starting up here in orbit, guys, first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at the Tower, and we'll see what's new over here. Nothing much changes, as you guys probably know. We have the 2 powerful rewards, which are always worth doing, Guardian of All, which is to turn in 20 bounties, and then we have the Clan XP rewards, which is definitely worth doing. The Clan XP rewards give you one of the highest drops possible, so definitely always make sure you get that done. If you're not in a clan, then I highly recommend that you join one. Alright, next up, let's take a look at this week's Flashpoint, which is going to be on IO. Now, remember, there are triumphs to do on weekly Flashpoints, so make sure you grab your bounties from Asher, do a bunch of things, and check them out, because there are lots of things to do every week that are triumph related that you might not be aware of. So go check out your destination list, look at IO, and see what you can do while you're roaming around the area. Alright, so as you can see here, guys, Flashpoint definitely is this week on IO, and then over here, our first heroic adventure is called Cliffhanger. You have to do your daily one. This will reset here in a couple of days as well. As far as the modifiers, we'll take a look at that in a second when we go over to the strikes. Alright, guys, well, speaking of strikes, let's go ahead and jump into the Vanguard, check out the Nightfall, the Daily, and the Heroics. So, first up, we have, as you can see, the Daily Heroic Story missions. They have reset. And then we have the Vanguard strikes, 0 of 3, and finally the Nightfall. So let's take a look and see what we have for this week. Starting off at the very top, we have the new strike called Corrupted. After that, the Inverted Spire, and then Strange Terrain. I like to see what the Corrupted Nightfall emblem will look like. I bet you it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. Alright, so let's go take a look at what all of these modifiers are. And remember, modifiers are now across everything. So whenever you do a modifier for the Daily Heroic Story missions, it's going to be the same way for the Heroic Adventures. Pretty much, every heroic thing that has a modifier will be the same across the board. So just remember that. So let's take a look at the modifiers, guys. Starting with the Singe, we have Void Singe. Then for today only, Glass and Heavyweight. Just as a reminder, these two here, they change daily. The Singe is going to be here all week. Let's take a look at the missions for today. Once again, these change every day. So we have Combustion, Looped, the Gateway, Deep Storage, and Off-World Recovery. Alright, next up, let's go ahead and take a look at Crucible, and something cool is happening this week in Crucible as well, guys. There is a new mode called Breakthrough, which is live right now. Now, I haven't really kind of sat down to read what you have to do about it, but so far what I heard, it's going to be a pretty fun encounter. As you can see, the Crucible challenges have also reset. We have 0 of 5, and the daily will come back here in a few days. As always, we got the Quick Play, Rumble, Breakthrough, and then of course we have private matches and competitive. Alright, last thing to take a look at, of course, is going to be Gambit, and like I said, Malfeasance Quest is probably live, so if you want to get that done, make sure you hop in and get it done quickly. As you can see, the daily challenge as well as the weekly has reset. Okay, so next up, let's go to the Tangled Shore. We're going to go take a look at Spider and then see what kind of bounties he has. And then after that, head over to the Dreaming City. Alright, welcome to the Spider Safe House. Let's go ahead and pop in and take a look. So first things first, let's take a look at the bottom and see what kind of things he is selling. So for Masterwork Cores, you can buy them for Legendary Shards. Legendary Shards, you can buy them for Arcane Dust, Glimmer, Simulation Seeds. If you want to get some Dusklight Shards, that's also cost you Glimmer, Arcane Dust for Legendary Shards, Seraphite for Glimmer, and finally Data Lettuce for Legendary Shards. Now, for some reason, these switch out, at least for me, at 8 p.m. Eastern, so 5 p.m. like Bungie time and the Pacific time. I don't know why it's so late. You figured it would be with reset, but it's not. These switch out late at night for me. So if you need a certain kind of planetary material or PMAT, make sure you come back here at night and check it out because they do change. Okay, let's take a look at the wanted bounty, guys. So for the lower ones, we have Downpour Captain, Kurg the All-Seeing Force, Sunless Captain, Zers the Unstoppable Weight. Who makes up these names, by the way? Anyway, Dust Choke Thrag, Caragul, Ruined Mind. For the second ones here, we have Keldron Keeper, Nerix Reborn, Pacreon, and then for the harder ones, we have Disgraced Brachus, Saturn Survivor, Splendid Mind, and finally the one that really matters, Gravetide Summoner. I still have yet to get the Lord of Wolves or the Queenbreaker, so hopefully this week will be my week. Alright, well that's everything with the Tangled Shore, y'all. So next stop, the Dreaming City. We'll take a look at Petra, her bounties, and then we'll head over to the tower. As you can see, we only have 2 weekly bounties to complete this week, and also, as you can see, she moved once again. She is no longer in the Devalian Mist, which kind of sucks because it was so nice to just fast travel and her be right there. So now we have to go to the higher level area of the Dreaming City in Rhea Silvia. So go ahead and head there, and once you reach the Devalian Mist, go ahead and hang a left, make your way up through the cave, and that will take you to the Rhea Silvia area. Alright, welcome to the Dreaming City, and as you guys can see, the curse is definitely getting stronger. Those little Taken bubbles are now turning into like these huge raindrops, and as you can see, Taken blights are popping up everywhere. Whoa, what is that thing? Alright, well, I'm excited, guys. So, like I said, to get to Rhea Silvia, you're going to have to come out here by spawn, take a left, and just follow this to get there. Alright, so for Petra, for the daily bounties, we have Fieldwork, which is 4 patrols. Then we have Public Works, 2 public events. Scourge of the Taken, 65 enemies defeated. Lost in Rhea Silvia, 1 of the lost sectors. And then finally we have Heroic public events, 0 of 3. Let me just grab these bad boys real quick. And then for the weekly pursuits, the top left here is Dark Monastery. Complete mission Dark Monastery, which is another weekly mission that has just dropped. So excited to see what that's about. Then War for the Dreaming City, complete 8 daily bounties. After that, for the weekly bounties, we have the Ascendant Challenge for this week, and finally Gateway Between Worlds, which of course is the Blind Well. Now, since everyone's getting up there in light level or power level, doing tier 4s, just doing 2 of those will complete this. So just, if it's worth finding an LFG group to get like, 6-7 people, do 2 tier 4s, and then that'll be it. Also, if you've never completed it, once per week you get a heavy drop, or sorry, a powerful reward drop that is worth your time. So not only does it benefit you to get this done faster, so you can then get a powerful reward, but also you get a powerful reward for doing a tier 4 for 1 per week per character. So it is definitely worth your time. But the Dreaming City, guys, it just amazes me. Like every time I come here, something new is happening, and this is just awesome. Like, I love what they're doing with the place. Like all these Taken blights popping everywhere. The raid looks like it's freaking like taking fire. I love it, man. Bungie did such a good job with the Dreaming City. I don't really think I could have asked for a better DLC to come out. Alright, well that is everything for the Dreaming City, guys. I want to dive into it, so let's go ahead and finish this up. We'll head to the tower, take a look at Ellen, the raid robot, and then we will call it a day. Alright, Guardians, welcome to the tower, our final stop. So, first things first, let's head into Eververse, or as I like to call her, Ellen DeGeneres, and see what she is selling. As always, don't forget to pick up your Prismatic Bounty, which is going to be the farthest one on the right. Now, I already grabbed it, but once you complete 1 challenge, no matter what it is, if it's like a daily Gambit match, the Crucible thing, I mean, the 3 heroic story missions, the strikes, whatever, once you complete 1 of those, it'll drop for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Prismatic Matrix and see what we have. So, very top we have here All Mine, which is the emote I was so desperately hoping for week 1, but I was lucky enough to get it earlier. Now, hopefully you guys can get it as well. After that, we have an exotic ornament called Sneak Attack for the colony. Not really a fan of it, but hey, as a collector, I need it all anyway. So after that, we have loaded dice for the Hazard of the Cast, which is the Gambit auto rifle, one I am a huge fan of. It's actually a really, really good weapon. If you don't have it, I recommend grinding for it. And then after that, we go to another emote, this one a legendary one called Denial Dance, which is kind of funny. Alright, moving along here, we have another Sparrow, the Swift Song, then a couple Ghost Shells, Spectral Circuit Shell, Cordial Diamond Shell, another Sparrow, Battle Strike, the Dragon Beastly Projection for your Ghost, and finally one last emote called Lucky Shot, which is a rare emote. Kind of like a Michael Jackson type of move. No big deal there. And let's go take a look at the Bright Dust. So remember, up here, you can tab over, go over there, and here's all your Bright Dust inventory stuff. So as you can see, the chicken can now be yours. Poultry petting for Bright Dust. After that, the legendary emote, Awaken the Warmind. It's an old one, but hey, old does not mean bad. After that, we have the Sparrow, Magical Tide, then the ships, Luna Dove, Temperance Moon, and Jade Worm XLIV, 2 Ghost Shells, Chevron Shell, and then the Triumphal Shell. At the end here, I'm on my Titan, so of course we're going to see a Titan ornament, but it is Endless Loop. I don't know what the other 2 are. I guess I should switch characters, but I need to go play that Dreaming City mission, so sorry. Alright, after that we have Machinist Trove for the Tractor Cannon, which if you notice, Tractor Cannon has not really made a kind of a comeback in Forsaken, which is kind of surprising. All these big bosses and people aren't using it that much, but do not let that discourage you guys. Tractor Cannon is still one hell of a weapon to use. After that, another exotic ornament, this one Silver Bullet for Crimson. We have respawn animations, Fallen Arrival, and then the pink class sigil. Then for shaders, we have 44 Steel, which is a good one, Bumblebee, which is meh, okay. Then we have the Boons and Fire Team Medallion, which by the way, you guys should still be using. Alright, well next up we're going to take a look at Banshee, then the Raid Robot, and then that is going to be it. Now make sure you guys keep an eye on Banshee, even though I'm showing it for the weekly reset guide, he does change over his inventory every day. And sometimes you can get really good mods like, you know, Major Spec, Boss Spec, things you can put on rocket launchers. I mean, it's a really good idea to keep watch. Now, even though I spent them all, kind of, you know, upset about that, but anyway. So for today, we have Ordnance Mod, increases grenade regeneration speed, and Radar Tuner. Radar immediately returns when you stop aiming down sights. Now, mods are pretty powerful this time around, guys. They did a really good job with the Mod 2.0 system. Something like Kinetic Counterbalance, you know, one of those, like some of the Taken mods for the Raid, all of them are pretty strong, and they make a huge difference. So, if you haven't experimented with mods yet, I highly recommend it, because they do make a big difference on your weapons. Alright, so the last thing to go take a look at is, oh, the Gambit guy. Totally forgot about the Gambit dude. So we'll pop in and take a look at his bounty, including the weekly, and then we'll take a look at the Raid Robot, even though probably no reason to take a look at him, but I guess he gets kind of lonely down there. So let's pop into the Rogue Lightbearer and see what's up. So for the dailies, we have Blockade, 1 of each blocker, Elite Executioner, 10 challenging enemies, Sun Shard, solar abilities defeated, you kill 20 enemies with solar abilities, and then Raining Metal, get 30 multi-kills. And finally for the weekly bounty, it's Do It, earn 12 points in Gambit. Wins add 3 points, losses add 1. And this powerful reward, of course, is going to be worth it. Add that Malfeasance quest to another list of things that I have yet to do today, but I'm excited. That's what I like. That's what I love about what they did with Destiny. Every time you log on for the reset, you never know what's going to be new, like what there is to do. You have to go out and find it, and I absolutely love that about it. All right, so Benedict, let's see what you got for us. Nothing new, I'm sure, but it is what it is. If you guys need some infusion material and you have a bunch of tokens, you can buy these, and they do drop at, you know, somewhere, of course, is below your level, but if you need something for infusion to get an exotic up and you don't have anything, then you can buy one of these to do that. So we have Mask of Nor, which is the helmet for Eater of Worlds. Then we have the gauntlets, the normal gauntlets for Leviathan, normal chest plate for Leviathan. We have the prestige boots for the Leviathan, then the class mark for Spire of Stars, and finally Sins of the Past. So, of course, you still have to beat Leviathan to get this, but it shouldn't be that hard of a thing to do these days. Alright, well, that is it, my friends. Actually, I want to pop up one last place. Let's go take a look at Hawthorne and see if any of her weekly bounties have changed over. Because I'm so close to hitting rank 4 as a clan, and I'm sure most of you are as well if you're in a larger clan. And I'm kind of curious to see if these change over or not. So for her weekly, we have... yeah, it's still the Summoning Ritual. Complete the Summoning Ritual challenge, requires rank clan 4. So, kind of excited to find out what that's all about. I really haven't looked into it at all, but another thing I will do, because I'm pretty sure I'm close. Let's take a look real quick. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll hit rank 4 by the end of this week. At least, hopefully. Unless we max out on points, it'll be a sliver. Anyways, we'll go ahead and read off our regular bounties. So for the weeklies, we have Complete Waves of Escalation Protocol with clanmates, 0 of 5. Then we have Blind Well completions, and finally Adventures completed. So I like those guys. I hate when she has nothing but Crucible bounties. I don't mind Crucible, but just having nothing but Crucible definitely gets old. Alright guys, well that officially is it. Once again, so many things to do, so many things to go and get for your powerful rewards, including the raid. So get out there, get it done, and you guys will rock it up in light, as I'm sure people are starting to approach the light cap as we speak. But that is it for me, guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting Slynation. I'm still working on my raid guides. They're so long, they're taking so much editing that I'm way behind on that. Like I said, ever since the hurricane, it really slowed me down getting those out. Still stuck at Riven, unfortunately, so that guide's probably going to be a bit, but I have everything else done, and it's in editing. It's just taking way longer than I thought it would to get it out, so stay tuned for that. But as always, subscribe for more Destiny 2 Forsaken and Dreaming City guides. Spank the thumbs up, but only if you enjoyed yourself, and comment down below if you have any questions, tips, or tricks, or if you just want to say what's up. Take care, Guardians, and keep those eyes open for more Destiny 2 videos coming out soon, but until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll check you guys next time.